What about you?
I'm just chilling, watching some Split Zan Space Engineers on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
There's a Space Engineers channel. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, you were saying it looks like a pretty sick game. I haven't got to check it out yet though. I saw a thing on a Minecraft group today, and it was like uh, an experience farm where you just like put iron into a smelter, and then it gives you like 10 levels at a time.
Nice.
I don't know really what the deal is with it, like why it works, but it seems to work.
Yeah, I've been meaning to get on and check check out you guys' map server.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. We've definitely got to the point now where like, well, I've got a little bit of like enchanted armor going on and that sort of thing. Um, but no duping or anything like that. It's just straight up carving it out.
Nice. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole duping thing is, I don't know. It's it's not my favorite,
I get
to
it
say the
if like
least.
if you want to make big projects and stuff, it makes sense, but like I don't know.
It's kind of cheating, if you ask me. I mean,
Yeah. If I had my way, the game would be much harder than it is.
yeah. I mean, how you put it is you built a machine. You know, that machine does a specific task, and it just so happens to replicate things, right? So
Yeah.
I've tried to justify it a little bit with that, but I don't know, man. It's like every survival map I've ever seen now, I question. As to before, I never knew about it, so I was like, oh, that's awesome. Like, all these
Right.
guys spent the time and did that, you know, I was like, admirable, right? But now it's just like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it definitely changes some things. And like I don't
Doesn't
know,
mean there
there's
can't
definitely
be legit
certain
servers, right?
yeah, there's definitely certain times where I don't know, like we might cheese the game a little bit, you know what I mean? Like we make some pretty intense auto farms and shit like that,
Yeah,
but not duping blocks.
right.
All right, I have no idea how to get back to Kerbin.
Getting back is the hard part, I've noticed. Takes a lot of fuel.
Yeah, well, I've
So,
got a good amount. I mean,
your trip inspired me to try to get to Duna, which I successfully did and came back and landed, but I didn't land on Duna. I
oh yeah.
just made the, yeah, I just was able to get in it into an orbit, and yeah.
Well, I've got 3,300 Delta V left. So I think I should have
That's probably more than enough.
hopefully enough.
Yeah, that's shit. That's like almost what 3.5 minutes or more.
Oh, I won't be with these engines. Um, but yeah, I think it should be enough to get me at least to the point where I can aero brake at Kerbin.
Mm,
Like hopefully I can catch it with an aero brake on the way in and not destroy my vessel. Are you hearing this banjo music through the mic?
I'm not.
Are you now?
No, your
Okay. It's
mic's
cutting it out.
canceling out. Did I just get really loud because I turned up my volume a little bit, but
Oh no, you're about perfect.
alright, cool.
Yeah, Tom's sitting here playing Destiny, and I don't know why, but for some reason there's banjo music in it now.
Nice. Love banjo music.
Some like super southern hillbilly kind of shit.
Ding 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 ding
Yeah,
ding ding. I'm gonna bring up your channel here.
yeah, I am indeed streaming. I gotta figure out how to set up my transfer burn. Tracking station is like your best friend in this game when you need to warp.
Yes, I've noticed that. I've actually been using it a lot more to do my warping and getting into better transitions.
Yeah,
Yeah, my Duna trip, it was like a 5 or 6 year trip.
yeah, this one's been pretty fucking long too, man.
Yeah, that's what's great about Kerbals though. They don't age very well. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? So
yeah, these ones have been up for like 13 years now. Because I'm pretty sure
nice.
I launched this mission on year one. Oh no, probably year two. So they've been up for like 10 years.
That's funny.
I just got a Duna Moon Encounter trophy. I didn't really see what it was for, but hopefully that didn't just fuck my ship up.
For flying by Duna, I'd imagine.
It's kind of interesting. You can get trophies in Sandbox.
I love that concept. I really do.
Yeah.
There's I think only 2 trophies you have to do inside of or outside of Sandbox in the financial or the economic career mode. You
Oh
have
yeah.
to rescue a Kerbal. So you have to pick up one of those contracts, which is only
Oh
given in
yeah.
the economic campaign side with the money and stuff. What was the other one? God, shit, now I gotta look it up.
Like I'm assuming I use the same transfer angle that I used to get there, so hopefully I'm doing the right thing here.
I don't know, I'm so absent-minded today. Maybe it's all the dab I've been smoking.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Nah,
There's 90 degrees. I need to get it into 45.
I didn't get my flyby of Eve or Duna. I went right into a freaking orbit. Damn it. Means I have to go back out there anyways. Let's see.
One of the best things you can do is unlock good small satellite parts off the bat.
Mm,
Because if you're trying to do like flybys and just like stuff like that, it's a lot cheaper to launch than a crewed capsule because they're so much smaller.
right, yeah. I've been doing all that in Sandbox and stuff.
Yeah, perfect.
But but that is a great idea for um, the
Mind
economy.
you, you need to have like communication relay networks to do it the right way in career mode too. So
Right. You know, I think that's the only trophy that you have to do in the economy portion of the campaign. I think everything else you could do in Sandbox.
that's sick. They just put one in there, so they're like, you can't plat this game unless you play uh, career.
Right. Ship dock to dock. That's a gold trophy. I have not got that yet.
You haven't docked anything?
No. I've been really
Oh.
slacking actually when it comes to this game.
It's not too hard if you build a ship that's easy to do it with.
Yeah.
That would definitely be my main advice would be use the biggest docking port you can and build the simplest ship you can with RCS thrusters on all four sides on the top and bottom. And like really all you need is like a probe core, a fuel tank, RCS. you know,
Mm,
next to nothing anyways.
yeah.
All right. Let's see if my theory is correct here.
Yes. The other night I successfully got into an Eve orbit, but there was no way that I was gonna make it back.
Eve is a cruel mistress, my friend.
That's what I hear. Like if you, from what I understand, if like you could land on Eve, like consistently, consider yourself like a pro. I don't know, because I hear it's just ruthless.
Yeah, well, definitely it's the hardest planet, I think, anyways, to return from. Like, I have no idea how I'm supposed to do this. I'm sure I should probably just look it up.
So what I did is escape Duna and just get into
Oh, a solar orbit?
a solar orbit, basically in the same pattern as, or damn near in the same orbit as Duna. And then I would wait for a transition and try to shrink my orbit into a Kerbin orbit.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I could definitely do it that way.
But I think it takes a lot of energy.
Yeah,
Like
it does
I
take
did
quite a
it
bit.
once but I had to like do it flawlessly. Like I couldn't get into a tight orbit and maneuver around, and do shit that I wanted to do. I basically got into a very, simple orbit around Duna, left and came back and had to be as conservative as possible, and it sucked. And I barely had enough.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the deal here? Planetary phase angle. So that's the first thing I want to set up. Is negative 75.19. What the fuck does that look like?
What the
Okay.
fuck are you talking about?
I'm looking at a calculator where you type in your orbital height over a planet and where you want to go, and then it gives you the phase angle between the two planets that you have to target, and your ejection angle from the planet that you're on. So you can get the most efficient burn. And how much delta V do I need? Does it tell me
That
that?
sounds dope as fuck.
Yeah, so it says I need 604 meters per second of delta V, which is, wow, I'm gonna have a lot of fuel left over. I could probably go to the moon on the way back, land on it, and return from there.
Yeah, I just look at how much fuel I have left, and when I set up maneuver, it will actually tell you how much.
Yep.
But what you're looking at is something that's a lot more efficient. Is that what you're saying?
It should be, yeah.
Despite all that technical stuff you were talking about.
Yeah, and it like I'll send you a screenshot in the chat. It actually changes these drawings depending on what you put into it to show you a visual. So it
Hmm.
does simplify it quite a bit. It's like burn at this point, you know, like it's interesting. Whoops, no.
I'm actually getting ready for my even counter right now.
I feel like I kind of have this set up already. Maybe not quite though. Sorry, Kerbals, you're waiting another year or two in orbit here.
Alright. Oh wait, what the did I pass it?
Yeah, I sent you a link to that calculator as well.
Nice, thank you.
Yeah, it is super duper handy. I might even be able to get these guys back to the Kerbal Space Center with this much fuel. Like, holy shit.
Do it.
Yeah, land on the helipad. Elon Musk could do it. I'd love to see him play this game because apparently he's into it.
Yeah, I
I want to
actually
see him
read
live
I
stream it.
read a lot about that. Yeah, that would be awesome.
People in there's like the one fan group on Facebook that's mostly PC players, but it's like I think it's just called Kerbal Space Program, but fuck, dude, it's just full of people shitposting right now about the sequel because they're
Hmm.
butthurt about the takeover of the team.
Yep,
I'm
I
like,
just heard about that.
get over the corporate bullshit. Who fucking cares? As long as the game's
Yeah,
good.
just build the game.
Yeah, companies get bought. It's whatever, you know. Like my company just bought another company real recently, and it doesn't feel like there's any hard feelings about it with anybody other than like
Yeah,
my team has to be moved to a new location and a bunch of people aren't too happy about that, but that is what it is.
that's kind of understandable, the logistics part of it,
Yeah,
makes it
exactly,
hard
right?
for
Like
people who lived like close by,
that's right.
they count on being close by. But
Yeah.
yeah, understandable.
So I've lived in British Columbia now for 5 years, and The first time I've ever heard thunder happened today.
Really?
Yeah,
It's
this
crazy.
morning, like 3:30 and then 5:30 in the morning. One minute. Something big's gonna happen in Destiny in a minute. We'll see what it is. There's like this giant spaceship that's been eating mercury, and apparently it's gonna crash maybe, or something's gonna happen with it.
Oh, wow.
It's huge. It looks kind of like a catfish in space, and it eats planets. Seems like some Star Wars shit, if you ask me.
That's cool.
It's funny, I haven't fired it up like at all since I first tried it a while back, and now it's free and I still don't play it.
Yeah, I fucked this up. God damn it.
Did you quick save? Quick save is your friend.
Shh. We won't talk about that part. No, it's just the damn. I passed it. Does that make sense? In your burn, like I didn't shut off at the right time.
Oh yeah, for sure. You can always burn back.
Yeah, but I just
Your
wasted some
maneuver node
fuel
will
that I
move.
didn't.
Yeah, exactly, for sure.
Doesn't.
Yeah. You're like if you go past and like you ideally you stop at 0.0 meters per second left in your burn. Um,
Yeah.
but if you go past it and say you're 10 meters per second past it, your marker
Mhm.
will move to where you have to be to make that maneuver proper.
Okay.
So
That's what
just
that was all about.
orient to it again and then burn to 0.0.
Right. I'm just burning prograde and retrograde anyways,
Oh,
so
okay, I gotcha.
just opposite of whatever I just
Yeah.
technically did. I do not think I'm gonna
So
have.
with this calculator, you could go from like any moon, any planet to like any body, and it'll teach you how to do it. It's pretty sick. Because like I could go from Duna to I don't know, like fucking Eve or whatever right now. The ship has a lot of Delta V left.
That was a lot of fuel. Well, no, that wasn't too much fuel, but that's fuel you know what I mean? That's fuel I shouldn't have needed to use to get back into that. But correction made. Let's see. It's a hell of a long encounter.
All right, we'll see how good this thing is serving me here in a second here. Setting up my maneuver now. See if I get a Kerbin intercept. It's definitely not happening with that much Delta V. Holy shit. They said I should need like 600 Delta V.
Oh yeah.
Thereabouts.
This is crazy.
Come on, baby. I just saw it.
Like I'm literally erasing my orbit as I go because I slingshotted myself into the Eve orbit. It's just kind of cool to watch it in full speed.
I got an intercept. Oh, yeah. My heart's pounding. It's definitely one of the most advanced missions I've ever had, and it is going so well so far. We are going to save the
Nice.
game before I forget to do that.
Alright, Eve capture complete. I just want to do a flyby right now though. But when will I be able to catch back?
Oh, yeah. Lots of resources left. So the question is, where
Quick
else
save
can I
is my
send this ship?
friend. Um,
Because I can definitely land this ship on any type of body. I can put it on, like,
send him go get
moons
some
or anything.
fucking breakfast.
Why are you still warping? What is happening?
Have him get some breakfast.
Some breakfast.
Yeah, some breakfast. Alright, cool. I flew by Eve.
Shit.
Now what's gonna happen? Alright, there's that
I missed my burn by 7 minutes.
trophy. Oops.
We'll see if it really fucks with me here. I quick saved, so it's all good. I have lots
Oh
of
yeah.
extra fuel, so it probably doesn't even matter.
Quick save is amazing. You know, this podcast got some fucking Kerbal.
Oh yeah, that's mad fucked up. The 7 minutes made a very large difference.
Yeah, usually when it's that bad, I tend to revert back or set a new node.
Yeah. thought I was auto warping.
Trying to save as much. So, I was trying to conjure up the idea for real Kerbal land speed races and
Yeah,
have like and have like actual classes and try to do it right.
that would be interesting.
Like you couldn't just put like 50 boosters on a car and try to, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
uh, weight classes is probably where we may go with that. Or individual booster classes, or liquid, solid, whatever. We'd have to go through it, of course, but I feel like there's room for that, and it really hasn't been properly tapped into.
yeah, for sure.
Like, granted, there's a dude that when you post or you search for that, there's a dude that has done all that and looks like he's fairly popular. And I don't disagree with any of his stuff, but I just feel like there's
There's no
I don't
community
know,
aspect to what he's doing, though.
right? And he's just slapping shit together. Like, granted, he's got some like boundaries, like he has to hit the speed, but he was like actually trying to beat the actual land speed record, and which he did, but I don't know, man. Like,
Where the fuck is my
use
intercept?
oversized engines and shit like that, and then build it within a. Oh shit, I gotta burn. That'd be alright. Whoa, that was crazy looking.
Alright, bye, Duna. They're always so stoked.
And we are in Eve orbit.
Nice.
Valentina looks like she just had a brain aneurysm. I
Oh,
can
there's ominous
technically
music
land on
playing.
Gilly. Sorry, I can technically land on Gilly without any recourse. Because Gilly has damn near like zero
Yeah,
gravity.
the gravity there is so low that it's difficult to land there. Have you landed on Minmus?
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to that. Minmus is pretty fucking annoying too.
Yeah, it is. Why can I not target Eve? I just see the Gilly orbit. Must be retarded. I'm just gonna go with that. Because I am in orbit. Can't click on it and focus my view. Which is not okay. So it says I have just under 4,500 meters per second of fuel left.
Yeah, it's not very much.
Should be enough to get back home. I think we're in actually a good transition right now with Kerbal.
I'm trying to fine tune my approach here. See if I can get my periapsis really low. Like 20 million meters is pretty far out, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I just don't know if this is close enough to give me the trophy. I mean, I'm technically orbiting Eve right now. Very good transition.
I don't know how Matt Lown gets his transfers so perfect. It's so
I don't know
ridiculous.
either, man, but that kid is crazy good.
Yeah, I'm always
Mad
just
props to
like,
him.
how?
I know,
Like,
right?
what the fuck?
Well, that and his landings, like, he could land anywhere he wants. Like,
Yeah, and
it
he
doesn't
doesn't use
matter.
shit for mods, man.
No, he's very good. Alright, I
And
think
his builds
he's...
look good.
Yes, they certainly do. What happens if I maneuver in 49 days? Whoops. God damn it. Whoops. It's a 5-minute burn. I don't fucking think so.
What kind of engine are you using?
Oh, I have poodles right now. Try to get back.
Oh, yeah, I'm using a Poodle right now. It's like my favorite engine.
It's a good engine, dude. It really is.
Yeah.
Well, this thing is meant for going long distances and landing if possible, but um, yeah, it's
I only ever use like nuclears on probes, really. I see
yeah.
people build big rigs with them. I'm just like, how? You have to burn for so long to get anywhere.
Hmm. Oh, that's why. That would make sense. Try putting my maneuver there. I'm actually rotating to. I was like, why is that taking up so much fucking fuel? Um, would have been burning opposite of what I actually needed to go.
Whoops. Alright, we are going to save this game. Because I might come in a little hot here, and hopefully the ship can take it. We'll see. Alright, I want to skim the atmosphere here. Like a gangster. It's too low. That's too high. Come on, I need that fucking baby bear shit. 66,000 meters. 57. Okay, that's good. That's good. Wait a second. It says I don't have enough delta V. That ain't good. Like, if I... Oh, this is rough, dude.
Yeah.
Shit. I don't know if I'll be able to rescue these guys. Seems like I should have been braking a little bit earlier.
Shit. Damn it. I missed my fucking. Oh, wait a minute. Might work out good. Looked like we should be able to slingshot right over the curb.
Alright, so the question now is, can I launch a rocket to intercept these Kerbals as they fly over Kerbin and miss the intercept? It's not gonna happen. Goodbye, Kerbals. Oh shit. It was so close, man. Everything went so perfect, and then I quick saved at the wrong time.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Lesson learned. Like, they're just going so fast. I'm so skeptical that I'd be able to intercept them. It's not even worth it.
Mhm.
Have you fucked around with space planes at all?
A little bit. Um, they annoy me.
Yeah, they're definitely not easy.
They are cool. I love doing it. can't seem to unlock my trophy for landing on the pad, and I'm wondering if I have to travel above 30,000 feet and then come back to land to get the trophy.
Probably. Um,
Something stupid like that.
how much delta V do we need to get to the surface of Eve? 13,800. Challenge accepted. I'm not saying I'm coming back.
Right?
Because then you would need like 30,000 delta V
Yeah.
or more. Pretty sure I have a probe set up that could get there. You know what you gotta do is you gotta do a flyby of the lathe. Because it's an Earth-like planet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm looking at your probe.
Yeah, it's 6,700 delta V. It's nowhere near enough.
That's quite the probe you got there.
Yeah, I'm gonna build something kind of similar to it, but lighter weight.
Yeah.
But still, it'll have like the heat shield and parachutes and shit. .04. That's a good starting point. Oops. I want to make this as small as I possibly can. Even that's too big, holy shit.
I have escaped Eve.
Oh, one thing about building small probes is like they tend to land unevenly because they'll like land on
Hmm.
a big rock or something. And you're like, fuck. So I usually
Right.
put some wire legs on them. Shit. Shit travels through space slow, you know? Plus, they want to make sure everybody can get into the tower in time.
quiet. So quiet.
Yeah, stuffing my face with pizza.
That's a good idea.
Trying to figure out what I want to do with this thing here.
I'm trying
Does
to
it
get my ass
have...
back to Kerbin. Oh, wait. No, not a 3-minute burn. It's not acceptable.
Why are you streaming a guy and watching the thing? I said, why are you streaming?
Your mic just went dead or something.
Build my little
There you are.
bubble here. So ideally, this thing should survive a pass through a thick atmosphere. We'll see.
I concur. This is irritating.
Hmm. Don't know if you ever use these little tiny solid fuel boosters called the Separtons, but they've
Yes.
they've got to be like the best thing in the game in my opinion.
Yeah, I think they're badass.
Took me a long time to start using them, and then I was like, oh, I can actually like eject my shit away so it doesn't blow up.
Yeah.
45 parts. Everybody online complains about the 300 part cap. That like that's where it starts to fuck up.
Yeah, mine's around 200.
Yeah?
Yeah. Just gets really glitchy and shit. It pisses me fucking off.
Hmm. I've never really paid attention to mine. I don't normally build huge ships because I usually dock things together.
Yeah.
I think that's probably my saving grace, and the thing that's really fucking everybody else up is like they're building like big single launch ships, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I need to get away from Eve. I think it's gravity's fucking me up.
Alright, thrust to weight ratio 2.08. I can still add more fuel then. I just discovered this overlay thing like the other day, and I was like, wow, I've been playing for so long and I haven't been able to look at my thrust to weight ratio. 1.89.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she can still take a little bit more. That mainsail engine is pretty powerful.
It is.
Thrust to weight ratio. Oh, well what is it for this stage? What the fuck? One 1.4. Okay. It's good enough, because I'm gonna have mad asparagus staging going on. Are you seeing what's on my screen right now?
I am seeing you put on some mainsail engines on the bottom of some big ass rockets.
Yeah, okay. So I've got these KS-25 Vector liquid fuel engines. If
Oh,
you ever
that's
use
what they are.
those,
Sorry. The vectors?
definitely
Yes.
set your gimbal limit.
Set it.
Oh fuck yeah, reduce it because they will like twist your rocket apart on launch.
Good choice. I like the curved nose cones
Yeah.
when I could use them. That's how my rocket kind of looks.
Alright, my staging's probably all fucked up right now. We want all 5 of those motherfuckers to fire up. Hmm. That's still not enough to get it to Eve. Gonna have to increase the size of this rocket a little bit, I think. I gotta think about this more. Oh, I'm actually gonna dip out and switch up. I'll catch you around though, Rev.
Sounds good, buddy.
Take her easy.
You too, man.